that President Trump has said a deal is close, only for the two sides to remain far apart.
Gunfire exploded just outside the White House, and within seconds, panic ripped through one of the most secure zones in America.
Shooting apparently near the White House. One of the video anchors that was doing a live shot at the time, you could hear the gunshots in the live shot. An ambulance just arrived, more to come.
Journalists covering the White House suddenly dropped everything and ran for shelter after shots rang out near 17th Street and Pennsylvania Avenue NW, barely a block from the presidential complex.
I was on my way home when I heard reports of gunshots near the White House. I was instructed to turn my vehicle around and head straight back to the White House. I got here to 17th in Pennsylvania. Actually, I'm now at 18th, but I can see 17th. There was a shooting apparently near the White House. One of the video anchors that was doing a live shot at the time, you could hear the gunshots in the live shot. An ambulance just arrived, more to come.
What began as a normal evening on the North Lawn instantly turned into lockdown chaos. Reporters at the scene described screaming commands from Secret Service agents, with members of the press being ordered to immediately abandon their positions and rush inside the briefing room for safety. Some journalists later revealed they were temporarily blocked from leaving secure areas as heavily armed officers flooded the scene.
That President Trump has said a deal is close, only for the two sides to remain far apart.
Then came another explosive twist. According to reports from the area, the U.S. Secret Service opened fire on a person believed to be connected to the incident. A bystander was reportedly also injured during the terrifying confusion. Police vehicles, federal agents, tactical officers, and emergency responders swarmed downtown Washington within minutes, sealing roads and locking down sections surrounding the White House. The sound of gunfire had erupted frighteningly close to the president himself, because at the exact moment the chaos unfolded outside, Donald Trump was inside the White House, handling sensitive negotiations tied to Iran and multiple Middle Eastern powers. Sources said Trump had been inside the Oval Office after a series of high-level calls with leaders from Saudi Arabia, the UAE, Qatar, Pakistan, Turkey, Egypt, Jordan, and Bahrain. The discussions were reportedly focused on a possible agreement connected to Iran and wider regional peace efforts. Just before the security scare erupted, he also revealed he had separately spoken with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, while indicating final details of a broader agreement were still being worked out. Then, suddenly, the negotiations inside the White House were overshadowed by gunfire outside its gates. The U.S. Secret Service later confirmed it was investigating reports of shots fired near the White House, while officials worked to piece together exactly what happened. At the time the incident unfolded, authorities had not publicly identified suspects or fully clarified the nature of the shooting. The shocking scare has only intensified growing fears surrounding Trump's security situation. Trump had recently suggested he feared he could be killed at any time, even indicating those concerns could stop him from attending his own son, Donald Trump Jr.'s wedding.
President Trump is once again facing questions online after an awkward Oval Office moment sparked fresh chatter about his health and mental sharpness. While taking questions from reporters, the president was asked whether he would attend Donald Trump Jr.'s upcoming wedding, which is reportedly set to take place in the Bahamas over Memorial Day weekend. Trump responded by saying he may not be able to attend, but then came the line that immediately exploded online. Trump added, quote, "He's a person I've known for a long time."
Attending your son's wedding this weekend, by the way?
He'd like me to go.
but it's going to be just a small little private affair, and I'm going to try and make it. I'm in the midst. I said, you know, this is not good timing for me. I have a thing called Iran and other things. That's one I can't win on. If I do attend, I get killed. If I don't attend, I get killed. By the fake news, of course, I'm talking about. No, but he's got a very person who I've known for a long time, and hopefully they're going to have a great marriage.
That unusual description of his own son quickly went viral, with critics questioning whether the president had momentarily lost track of what he was trying to say. Former Obama spokesperson T.J. Adams Falconer reacted online by writing, quote, "My son is a person I've known for a long time. The dementia really jump scares you there." Social media users piled on almost instantly. One person wrote, quote, "I have known this person for a long time" is a very strange phrase to use about his own son. Another joked, quote, "I know that I'll sleep better tonight knowing that our president has known his son for a long time." And perhaps the harshest comment read, quote, "I've heard warmer introductions from people describing their dentist." However, some viewers believe the clip may have been misunderstood. If you listen carefully, Trump appears to begin speaking about Don Jr. before suddenly switching to talk about his future daughter-in-law, Bettina Anderson, whom he has reportedly known for years.
By the fake news, of course, I'm talking about. No, but he's got a very person who I've known for a long time, and hopefully they're going to have a great marriage.
Supporters argue he was referring to Bettina, not his son. The controversy also comes as Trump faces criticism for suggesting he may skip Donald Trump Jr.'s wedding altogether because of what he called bad timing, pointing to Iran and other presidential responsibilities. That explanation immediately triggered backlash online, with many users pointing out that Trump has repeatedly made time for golfing weekends throughout his presidency. And now, the awkward wording during this latest exchange has only added more fuel to the growing scrutiny surrounding the president's health and mental sharpness. President Donald Trump is set to undergo yet another medical examination as fresh concerns surrounding his health continue dominating headlines online. The White House has confirmed that Trump will visit doctors at Walter Reed National Military Medical Center on May 26th, officially describing the appointment as a routine annual physical and preventative care checkup. But critics and social media users are now pointing out one major detail. This upcoming visit will reportedly mark Trump's fourth publicly announced medical evaluation since returning to office. Last April, just months into his second term, Trump underwent what the White House described as his annual physical. According to presidential physician Navy Captain Sean Barbabella, the nearly 5-hour assessments included blood work, cardiac testing, ultrasound imaging, and cognitive evaluations. Following that exam, Barbabella declared Trump to be in, quote, excellent cognitive and physical health, adding that the president showed robust cardiac, pulmonary, and neurological function. Then, last July, Trump reportedly returned for another medical consultation after observers noticed swelling around his ankles and visible bruising on his right hand during public appearances. White House Press Secretary Carolyn Leavitt later confirmed that Trump underwent vascular testing and was diagnosed with chronic venous insufficiency, a condition where veins struggle to circulate blood properly through the legs, leading to swelling.
In recent weeks, President Trump noted mild swelling in his lower legs. In keeping with routine medical care and out of an abundance of caution, this concern was thoroughly evaluated by the White House medical unit. The president underwent a comprehensive examination, including diagnostic vascular studies. Bilateral lower extremity venous Doppler ultrasounds were performed and revealed chronic venous insufficiency, a benign and common condition, particularly in individuals over the age of 70. Importantly, there was no evidence of deep vein thrombosis or arterial disease. Laboratory testing included a complete blood count, comprehensive metabolic panel, coagulation profile, D-dimer, B-type natriuretic peptide, and cardiac biomarkers. All results were within normal limits. An echocardiogram was also performed and confirmed normal cardiac structure and function. No signs of heart failure, renal impairment, or systemic illness were identified. Additionally, recent photos of the president have shown minor bruising on the back of his hand. This is consistent with minor soft tissue irritation from frequent handshaking and the use of aspirin, which is taken as part of a standard cardiovascular prevention regimen.
Then came October of 2025, and another unexpected medical evaluation at Walter Reed. Initially, the White House again described the visit as a routine yearly checkup, despite Trump already having undergone a full annual physical earlier in the year. Trump himself later referred to the appointment as, quote, a sort of semi-annual physical. According to official memos, the October evaluation included advanced imaging, laboratory testing, and preventative health assessments carried out by specialists. But confusion followed after Trump repeatedly claimed he had received an MRI before later clarifying during an interview with the Wall Street Journal that it was actually, quote, less than that. It was a scan. His physician later confirmed it had in fact been a CT scan, reportedly conducted to rule out cardiovascular problems. Now, as Trump approaches his 80th birthday next month, online speculation surrounding his health is once again exploding.